Okay, let's be real. Nobody ever gets excited to hear the words root canal, right? Just the phrase itself is enough to make you cringe. But what if understanding what's really going on could change that fear into, well, a feeling of empowerment? Let's get into it. You know the feeling. It starts out small, but then it just builds. It's that deep, throbbing pain that just will not go away. You can't focus, you can't sleep. It feels like it's taking over everything. So you finally get into the dentist chair, just hoping for some simple fix. But after they take a look, you see that expression on their face, and you know they're about to say the two words you were really hoping you wouldn't hear.
And there it is. But wait, before your mind goes to all those scary places, let's just pull back the curtain for a second. The procedure's reputation is based on some really old fears. Today, we're going to break down what a root canal actually is and show you why it's not the villain of the story. It's actually the hero trying to save your tooth.
So why does a tooth start hurting so badly that you need this kind of help? What is actually happening deep down inside that's causing all this trouble? First things first, let's bust the biggest myth out there. People always say it's about pulling the nerve, but that's not really the whole story. The real goal here is to clean out a nasty bacterial infection that's gotten deep inside the tooth's root system. And here's the most important part. The whole point is to save your natural tooth, not just get rid of something. You know, your body is actually pretty smart. It sends out warning signals when things are going wrong. And for your teeth, there are 3 really clear signs that a root canal might be in your future. Okay, these are the big 3 to watch for. 1, sensitivity to hot or cold that just hangs around. 2, pain that just shows up out of the blue for no reason. And 3, a dental abscess, that little kind of gross pimple that can show up on your gum. Let's dig into what each of those really means. We've all had that quick zing from a cold drink, right? But that feeling should be gone in like a second. Here's the difference. If that pain from something hot or cold sticks around for more than 10 seconds, that's a huge red flag. It's your tooth telling you the inflammation inside is serious. All right, so let's say you do need the procedure. What does that actually look like today? I want you to forget every horror story you've ever heard, because modern dentistry has completely changed the game. Look, the fear of root canals comes from a very real, but very, very old place. Way back when, some dentists literally used arsenic to kill the nerve. Yeah, it was fast, but it was also super dangerous. Today could not be more different. The #1 priority is making sure you're comfortable, and that starts with really effective local anesthesia. And the procedure itself? It's really just 3 logical steps. Step 1 is pain control. We make sure the area is completely numb before anything starts. Step 2 is the cleaning. The dentist carefully removes all the infected tissue and bacteria from those tiny little canals inside the tooth's root. And finally, step 3, sealing it up. That clean space is filled and sealed off so bacteria can't get back in. That's it. Now, in the spirit of being totally honest, let's talk about what happens when a root canal doesn't work. It is rare, but it can happen. And the great news is we now know why it happens, and we have some amazing technology to fix it. So what can go wrong? Well, sometimes a tooth just has a really tricky anatomy, like hidden canals that are hard to find. Other times, as we get older, those canals can get super narrow, even thinner than a piece of hair. But the third reason, that's when you can actually control. It's when you stop the treatment halfway through. If you don't finish the whole process, that temporary filling can leak, and bam, the infection is right back where it started. And this is where modern tech is just a total game changer. Think about it. With the naked eye, a dentist is working in this tiny, dark space. But with a high-powered dental microscope, suddenly that tiny space is a huge, brightly lit map. They can see everything, find those hidden, hair-thin canals, and get them perfectly clean. It really comes down to a simple idea. If you can see it, you can treat it. Okay, the root canal is done. The infection's gone, the pain is gone. You're all finished, right? Not quite. There is one more step that is absolutely 100% critical to making sure all that hard work pays off. This is a question dentists hear constantly. The tooth feels fine now, you've already invested time and money. Do you really need to put a crown on top of it? The answer is a loud, resounding yes. See, after a root canal, the tooth becomes brittle, and the science on this is crystal clear. Without a crown to protect it, that tooth is a shocking 6 times more likely to break. And we are not talking about a little chip here. A fracture on one of these teeth can be an absolute catastrophe. As the source material puts it, the tooth can split vertically like the Grand Canyon. Once that happens, there's no tech in the world that can save it. The only option left is to pull the tooth. So the best way to think about a crown is as a safety helmet for your tooth. And you've got options. An all-ceramic crown is like a sleek, full-face helmet. It looks great, perfect for front teeth. A metal crown is your classic, tough-as-nails helmet. It's all about durability for your back teeth. And then there are newer options like ceramic onlays, which are more like a bicycle helmet. They give you targeted protection while saving more of your natural tooth.
When you boil it all down, this whole thing comes down to one simple choice: proactive care now, or much more complicated and expensive reactive repair down the road. And if you need a financial reason, well, the numbers really speak for themselves. Sure, investing in a crown now is an extra cost. But if you skip it and that tooth breaks, the cost of having it pulled and then replaced with something like a dental implant can be up to 5 times higher. It's a no-brainer.
So what do you really need to remember from all of this? Let's recap. A root canal is there to save your natural tooth. That crown, that safety helmet, is not optional. It's essential. Just because the nerve is gone doesn't mean you can stop brushing. It can still get a cavity. And most importantly, finish what you start. See your treatment all the way through to the end.
We'll just leave you with this final thought. The choice between taking care of it now with a routine crown or dealing with an emergency implant later, well, that choice is always yours. But now at least you have the info to make the smartest decision for your health and for your wallet.